Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name's Rachel J, and today I have a very exciting video prepared for you. It is a dupes video, and if you have watched my channel before, you know that I'm all about cheap drugstore makeup, something that's really affordable. But then again, there are some high-end products which are really beautiful, really high quality, and I absolutely love them. So I'm really excited when I can find a good dupe for them, you know. One of those products is this palette. I'm sure you've seen it like 1,000,000 times. It's the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a very beloved palette of mine. I love the shades. I think the shade selection is amazing. I think they're high quality. I think they're really pigmented. And I basically love using them. But the thing is, this palette costs £41, so it's quite pricey. And recently, I discovered that there is a new palette out there which basically has really similar shades like the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. And this is the Makeup Revolution palette. It's called Flawless 3 Resurrection palette. It has 32 shades, so it has more shades than the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This is what it looks like. It's super rose, goldy, sparkly, and it's all stained with my fingers. And basically this is what the colors look like. So if you have a look at those colors right here, you're gonna notice that they look so similar to the shades in the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette and some of these shades right here. So it's basically most of the colors are matte. It has a few shimmering colors. Those colors here are shimmery. But if you have a look at those colors, they're really beautiful. And some of them are quite pigmented as well. I'm gonna insert a small video with swatches for you guys so that you can see which colors are dupes for which. Obviously, the Makeup Revolution palette has more colors than the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, but I found an exact match for each and every color in the Modern Renaissance palette, and you're gonna see in the swatches. So here are the swatches, guys. Sorry for the weird positioning of the swatches, but you can see on the left side is the Modern Renaissance palette and on the right side is the Makeup Revolution palette. As you can see from the swatches, the colors from the Modern Renaissance palette are way more pigmented, but then again, you know. What's the most exciting part is that this palette costs £8, which is 5 times cheaper than the Modern Renaissance palette. You can get this palette off the Tam Beauty website, as well as on Superdrug. I'm not sure if it's available at Ulta yet, but if it's not, it's gonna be available at some point. So yeah, today I did this eye makeup look, and on one side I used the Modern Renaissance palette, on the other side I used the Makeup Revolution palette. So I would like to ask you guys to pause your video for a second and take a guess. Which side of my face, this one or this one, is made using the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and which side of my face is made using the Makeup Revolution palette? Please write to me in the comments down below. And now, let's put the palette to the test. So I zoomed you in a little bit so that you can see better what I'm doing. So on this side I'm gonna be using the Anastasia palette, and on this side I'm gonna be using the Makeup Revolution palette. So starting off with the Anastasia palette, I'm gonna go with this shade, which is called Golden Ochre, and I'm gonna put it in my crease. And after that, I'm gonna put the Burnt Orange shade in my crease as well. And by the way, guys, today I'm using these brushes by EcoTools. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna wipe off the color from this brush so that it's clean, and I'm gonna go in the Makeup Revolution palette. I'm gonna be using the similar shades, which are this shade right here and then this shade right here. So on first glance you can definitely see that this first shade, which is supposed to be the dupe for Golden Ochre, is not even nearly as pigmented. Doesn't really show up on my eye, does it? Okay, let's go again. It's definitely not showing up, and it's like the 5th time I'm going over it with additional color. Nope, nothing. Okay, I'm going straight in with the color, which is this one right here, the Dupe for Burnt Orange, and let's see how this one performs. So I had to put my hair band because my hair was annoying me so much, but let's continue. Again with this shade. Well, it's not nearly as pigmented as the Anastasia one, that's for sure. But this color is kinda showing up at least. For my eyelid, I'm gonna be using this color right here. It's called Love Letter from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I'm gonna be applying it on my eyelid and a little bit blending it into the crease as well. So you guys can see how super pigmented this is, and I'm literally having the tiniest bit on my brush. For the other eye, I'm going in with this magenta color from the Makeup Revolution palette, and I'm gonna put it in the same place. Do you guys see how this is not pigmented at all compared to the Anastasia palette? And I got some fallout. So when I got this palette yesterday and I tried it out, I was like, okay, it looks quite nice, because I kinda did a makeup look with it, but only with it. I wasn't comparing it to the Modern Renaissance one. And I guess now that I'm doing the comparison, I can see the difference in pigmentation and stuff. But I mean, it's not bad for the £8 you're paying. It's not that bad. So these are the colors right now, applied side by side. I can't really make the Makeup Revolution one have more pigment than this. I think this is what it can go for. So this is the maximum that I could put as a pigmentation. I don't think there's a point going over it more and more and more. So I'm just gonna move into the next shade. To deepen up the outer V, I'm gonna be using this shade called Red Ochre. And then to deepen it up even further, I'm gonna go with this shade called Cypress Amber. I'm gonna put a combination of Love Letter, Red Ochre and Cypress Amber on my lower lash line. Same thing on the Makeup Revolution side. I'm going to be using first this color and then this color to deepen up the crease and the outer corner of my eye. I'm gonna be applying this beautiful shade called Vermeer in the center of my eyelid as well as on my inner corners. Taking the corresponding shade from the Makeup Revolution palette, which is this one, I'm gonna be applying it again in the center of my eyelid. As you can see, this shade is quite pigmented. I personally find that the shimmering shades by Makeup Revolution are not that easy to work with, just because they are too soft and they kind of get sticky and clumpy all together, and it's really difficult to pick them up with a brush. But this one is performing quite well so far. I even feel like it's more opaque than the shade in the Modern Renaissance palette, which is crazy, I know. So this is the completed eye makeup. I'm just gonna apply some eyeliner and mascara off camera, and I'm gonna be back, guys, with my final verdict. Hi guys, so this is basically Rachel coming from the future. I don't know what happened. I filmed the outro to my video the other day, and for some weird reason it got deleted, basically because I don't know how to deal with my camera. So yeah, I thought, you know, I'm wearing something different today. This is actually the makeup look that you're gonna see next week. But I thought I should film an outro and tell you my final thoughts and my final verdict. This comparison. Is this a dupe for the Modern Renaissance palette? Yes, I definitely think it is a dupe. It has all the shades, they're almost exactly the same in color with a very slight variation, you know. Is this the same quality as this one? No, it's not. It's not nearly as pigmented, the shades are not that long lasting because I wore the makeup after like 6-7 hours, they were off my eyelids. So this is definitely not the high quality as the Modern Renaissance palette. But then again, this only costs £8. So, should I get this? If you're thinking about this. Well, it really depends on you. I mean, it is a good palette for the £8 that you're buying, definitely. So if you're on a budget, if you are wondering if those kind of shades look good on you, if you're not sure whether this is an investment that you would actually profit from, if you just wanna try out something colorful without breaking the bank, then definitely get the Makeup Revolution palette. I think it is worth the £8 that you're paying for it. But then again, if you want to have something which is more high quality, if you, I don't know, get some money from your grandma from your birthday and you wanna invest it in something that is actually high quality and a very nice product that's gonna serve you for a longer time, and of course, if you don't mind spending £41 on this palette, then I would say get this one. Also, if you have this palette, there's obviously no need to buy the Makeup Revolution palette, and vice versa. So yeah guys, I hope that this comparison was useful for you. If you were wondering whether this product is a good one, I think it is. I think it's worth the money that you're paying for it. Sorry again for the weird, different face of makeup and everything. So if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.